Carlos is riding his bike through Manhattan, bike lane, helmet, keeping pace with traffic. He has no reason to believe anything is about to happen. Then a car door opens directly into his path. He never had time to react. 1 second, he's riding. The next, he's on the pavement with a broken collarbone, traffic moving around him. If you cycle in New York City and you've never heard of dooring, or you think it just happened and you don't know what to do, this video is for you. What looks like a random terrible accident is often a clear-cut case of legal liability, and these cases are more valuable than most cyclists ever realize. Dooring is exactly what it sounds like. A driver or passenger opens a car door into the path of a cyclist without checking first. The cyclist hits the door, goes over it, or is thrown to the ground. In New York City, with millions of cyclists sharing lanes with parked vehicles on almost every block, this happens constantly. Let me start with the law. New York Vehicle and Traffic Law Section 1214 makes dooring illegal. A person may not open a vehicle door on the side where traffic is moving unless it is reasonably safe to do so and can be done without interfering with the movement of other traffic. That's the statute. The person who opens the door, whether it's the driver or passenger, is responsible for checking before they open it. This is different from a lot of car accident scenarios where there's a liability argument. A rear-end crash on the expressway can involve shared fault, speed disputes, following distance questions, all kinds of things. In most dooring cases, the analysis is simple. Did the person check before opening the door? The answer, when a cyclist is on the ground, is usually demonstrably no. I've handled these cases. They're often what you'd call clean liability. The cyclist was in the bike lane or riding in a lawful position. The door opened without warning. There's nothing the cyclist could have done. That's the foundation of a strong case. Who's liable? If the driver opens the door, the driver is liable. If a passenger opens the door, the passenger is liable. If it's a rideshare or a taxi, there are insurance considerations that get more specific. Uber and Lyft maintain coverage for certain incidents involving their drivers and vehicles. Taxis have their own liability framework. Here's the question a lot of injured cyclists asks: who actually pays? Typically, it comes through the vehicle owner's auto insurance policy. If the driver opened the door, it's their policy. If a passenger opened the door, the vehicle's policy often still covers the incident because it arose from the use of the vehicle. Though this gets fact-specific and the insurer will argue about it. What I tell my clients, don't assume you know who covers it. Get a lawyer to untangle the insurance picture before you start making calls. The wrong call to the wrong insurance company with the wrong statement early on can complicate what should be a straightforward claim. What to do immediately after a dooring? First, don't leave the scene without exchanging information. Get the driver's or the passenger's name, driver's license, insurance information, and the vehicle's license plate. Get the vehicle owner's information if it's different from the driver. Take photos of the door, the bike, your injuries, the street, the bike lane markings. And second, call the police and get a report made. In New York City, if there's a vehicle and a cyclist involved and there's an injury, you're entitled to get a police report. Get it. Third, get medical treatment immediately. Even if you feel like you can walk it off, get evaluated. Fractures, concussions, soft tissue injuries, they don't always announce themselves in the first 20 minutes. And the medical record starting at the scene is essential. Fourth, document your bike damage. The bike is property damage. It's part of the claim. And if you haven't done it yet, drop a comment below. If you or someone you know has been doored in the city, tell me what happened. The pattern where these crashes happen matters, and I want to know what people are experiencing on the ground. We also have a video specifically on pedestrian near misses caught on dash cam. The legal framework there overlaps with dooring in some important ways, particularly around the visibility and timing questions that come up in liability analysis. Why these cases are worth pursuing. A broken collarbone means surgery, weeks of recovery, possible permanent limitation, time off from work, physical therapy. If you're a delivery cyclist, it's your income. If you commute by bike, it's your daily life. These aren't minor accidents. And because liability is often clean, these are cases where the negotiation is over the value of the injury, not who caused it. New York law allows you to recover from medical costs, lost wages, pain and suffering, and future impacts to your life and earning capacity. If the injury is serious under the vehicle and traffic law threshold, the case can be brought for full non-economic damages with no cap. 3-year statute of limitations applies here. 3 years from the date of injury to file a personal injury lawsuit. If a government or vehicle or government-owned property was involved, a city bus, a city agency vehicle, different rules apply with shorter notice requirements. If you're not sure whether a government entity is involved, find out fast. Missing that window ends the case. During injuries in New York City are not freak accidents. They're predictable, preventable, and legally compensable. If it happened to you, don't assume it's just bad luck you have to absorb. If you were doored or hit as a cyclist, the insurance company is already building a case against you. Go watch the video on 7 insurance company tricks that kill your car accident claim. Every single one of those applies to dooring cases too. And number 1 happens before you even realize you need a lawyer. I'm Richard Jaffe of Cohen and Jaffe, handling personal injury cases in Long Island and New York City. If you were doored and you want to know where you stand, our information is in the description. Subscribe and follow along. Drop a comment. Have you been doored or do you know someone who has? Tell me what neighborhood it happened in.